The human brain's remarkable memory separates us from the rest of the animal kingdom. As smart as we are, though, we can't remember everything. Short-term memories last about 30 seconds. They pass into long-term memory if they are particularly significant or by repetition. But imagine living life forgetting one moment to the next. This is reality for Trish McCosker. Just remembering where she's sitting in a restaurant is a struggle.
So many times I get up and I'll just nonchalantly leave and go to the bathroom, and I won't make a mental note of where I was sitting. Because if I've only met them once or twice and I'm on like the first date, I might not even remember the person. And that's mortifying. It's very scary.
A childhood virus left Trish in a coma. The oxygen deprivation damaged her temporal lobe, the part of the brain responsible for short-term memory. To make it through each day, she must constantly refer to a book that retains key information about her life. McCosker does actually remember a small percentage of new memories, but she could never do this. Meet Scott Hagwood, 4-time winner of the Memory Championships. In this test, Scott is given 1 minute to study the shuffled cards. After handing over the deck, Scott's given another and asked to order it in the identical sequence as the first one.
2 of spades, 3 of diamonds.
The 2 stacks match, the sign of a memory champion. Incredibly, Scott Hagwood had a horrible memory until he began studying how the brain remembers. He transformed himself from an average Joe to a brainiac. MRI studies of Scott's brain show that he can access his memory bank without activating other areas of the brain that would normally interfere.
What this is telling us is that you're using these areas of your brain much more efficiently.
He maintains that he's no different than anyone else. He's merely mastered a basic technique to help him remember and recall more easily.
Well, I'll use kind of like a journey method, and what I'll do is when I look at the word, I'll try to find some kind of visualization.
Scott associates memory with mental images. Names and faces are no problem, but where he really shines is in memorizing long number sequences. Next, Scott is asked to memorize a random bank of 160 numbers. That's like trying to remember 16 different 10-digit phone numbers after seeing them just once. In 7 minutes, he's ready to recite the list in exact order.
9, 4, 2, 1, 3, 8, 6, 7, 3, 5, 2, 4, 8. The last 4 should be 7, 3, 2, 0.
Whether you have Scott's extraordinary powers of memory or just average recall, all memory is the result of neurotransmitters making chemical and physical changes in the cerebral cortex.
Memory is not just a fixed entity that gets stored and stayed there and waiting to be reproduced, but rather our memories can be transformed or changed by new experiences that we have.
These changes create memory pathways that let us store and retrieve information. And like Scott, we all use some kind of association, images, sounds, other memories to help us remember.